Hey everybody, y'all ready to rock and roll? Cause it's Sunday and it's time to rock. I got some packs to open. This is just the beginning. I got the whole box. Minus a few packs opened on Maiden's live stream. And if you're not watching Maiden's live stream, you should be. Click above for details. And these are some of the better cards I got out of the packs opened during the live stream. These were made in 1991 by Brockum. They weren't too widespread. I remember getting them, but I built an entire set back then, but I went to card shows, so that's where I saw them at, and that's where I picked boxes up at to get a set built. Each pack comes with either a sticker or one of the rare gold border Grateful Dead cards. I say rare, but I opened 5 or 6 packs and got 2 of them. But I do have a complete set, stickers, dead cards, all the cards of the set, a master set I built back in 1991. And I wanted to relive a little bit of that and share it with you guys. These are some of the stickers I've already pulled. Maiden is putting together a set, so I actually already have got 2 of the ones he needs for his set, and he needs 3 more. So we'll be looking for those, as well as the Grateful Dead inserts, because if I can get some Jerry Garcias, I'm trying to pick up as many Jerry Garcias as I can, so that, you know, if it grades well, man, I want to send a couple off to get graded, because these coming straight out of the pack, these cards are gorgeous. I really don't see how they can grade too badly. Now we got the first sticker we get is Souls of Black. I'm not sure what band that even is from. I know Maiden's probably calling me an idiot right now. He doesn't want that. We'll put that over here in this box. Our daily one of those. And then we get Slaughter. Yeah. But you see, I mean, the pastel colors, I mean, the edges, the corners are sharp. I don't really see any with bad centering issues. I mean, that's a little heavy to the right, but that's Testament. Man, I saw them a lot of times. So, Testament, Anthrax, Megadeth at a place called the Metroplex in Atlanta back in the mid-80s. And Exodus, that was another one that played there regular. I saw all these bands more times than those bands. I've seen AC/DC once. That cost more than all the times I saw Megadeth put together. Winger, yeah, never cared. I've seen Yes. Of course, Steve Howe's one of the great guitar players. And Yes is one of the great prog rock bands. I prefer Rush. Yes will do, though, in a bind. Cinderella, no interest. Motley Crue. There's Megadeth. Might send that off. I was informed David Ellison does through the mail. You get an autograph. He'll sign it for you if you send it to him and send it back to you. So might have to do that. Richie Sambora from Bon Jovi. And there's the Iron Maiden group card. Now, Maiden, let me know if you don't have that one. I can send that your way as well. I've got 2 or 3 extras of that. I'm going to go ahead and put it over here by your stack. And I got a box back here already started. This might take a while. Might have to do it in 2 or 3 parts, huh? Well, I give each each episode about 30 minutes. We'll see how long it takes to get through all these. There's the Winger sticker. In the Heart of the Young. Now, I wasn't wild about Winger, but they had a drummer that was absolutely unreal. Rod Morgenstein. He was the drummer for the Dixie Dregs. And he was far better than what he showed getting paid in Winger. But that was how he made a paycheck. He did the Dixie Dregs to challenge his skills. Angus Young, who, I hate seeing how old these guys have gotten today. Reminds me how old I've gotten. I have no idea who that is. I don't even recognize the thing there. What is it? Wow. That is tiny writing. Okay, I still can't read it. So, you'll have to look him up on your own. I can't read the name of that band. There's Rod Morgenstein. I was just talking about you, dude. Check, I guess. Another Angus Young, AC/DC. The one time I saw him was great. There's Testament. I had to have seen them a dozen times or so in a club. Yeah.
Come on, let's go!
Motley Crue, never saw him, never cared. Bon Jovi, same. Iggy Pop, that's a legend. I never saw him either. There's Dave. Now that's a good one to send off and get signed right there. I must set that aside and do that through the mail. That'd be cool. Yeah. Let's stick that right in there with those. And we got Bon Jovi's drummer, Tico Torres, and Brian Johnson. I prefer my AC/DC with Bon Scott, but Brian's probably the best guy they could get to take his place when he died. Alright. Not bad. Nice Dave Ellison card. I want to, not only do I want to get a Jerry Garcia graded, or a couple of them, but Dave Mustaine would be another. The album, first 10 years, Iron Maiden. That would be one of the ones Maiden needs. Mark that off his list. Got him down to just 2 and got plenty of packs to open. I think we might be able to finish him up. We got Bon Jovi, Skid Row, an Anthrax group photo. Man, they're so young. Look at Charlie Benante. And then way back when Joey Belladonna was still working.
Together.
Justin Hayward. I think he's the last living member of the Midi Blues now. Saw them, Macon, Georgia, front row, back in 1984, 85. Diamond Dave. That'd be a good one to get autographed. I wonder if he does through the mail. Vince Neil. Red Beach. Alice. There's a good one. Set him aside. There's the Megadeth group shot. There's Dave. I don't think it's the horizontal though. I don't really want to get one like that graded. I want to get the one with them in the skull jacket, I think, if I'm remembering that right. Bill Bruford, man, one of the best drummers. Next to Neil Peart, of course. And some of these sell really well on, when graded. Sanda Kuwait. Alright, then. Poison. Not my flavor. Kathmandu. Diamond Dave again. I always got to set his aside. Junkyard. Poison. Tangier. Slaughter. Testament. Eric Peterson. Winger. Guitar player. Man, Winger. Cinderella. I guess they had some alright songs for radio. Nah, not really. Malcolm Young, AC/DC. And there's Testament's drummer, Louie. Yeah, I'm going to need a bigger box. I'm going to run out of space. That's fine. Ah, there's Jerry. All right, boom, boom. See how that ceiling looks. Get some light over here. I had this over here the whole time. Man. I mean, they just look so clean. So sharp, so centered. I mean, how can I not get a 10? There's a little dimple at the bottom I see in the light, but yep. My God, I mean, it's got to at least be a 9. Get that thing sleeved up before I drop it. Oh. Cool. That'll probably be the only one I get in the box. I don't know. Might not be like even distribution. Who knows? Might get a couple out of the box. And that one also has a sticker, and it is the Birth of Vic. which is another one needed by my good buddy Maiden, who now only needs tail gunners. And I bet you we'll get that before our time runs out today. Sisters of Mercy, that's what that band is. Yeah, I don't know a thing by them. Charlie. Yeah, that was a cool dude. Hung out and spoke with him and Scotty, and they were always out in the lobby of the club after the show for hours, just hanging out. Talked about comic books with Scotty and for an hour one night after an Anthrax concert. It was pretty awesome. He couldn't believe how in the boondocks we lived that we had to drive 80 miles to buy an Anthrax album, because they didn't carry that stuff in Macon, Georgia in 1984, 85, 86, whenever it was. There's Pink Floyd. It's a good picture of Testament. Who's that? Warrant? Yeah. Megadeth, Nick Menza. Now, when I saw him, most of the times I saw him, it was with Garth Samuelson. I only saw him a couple times after Nick joined. Cinderella, Warrior Soul. There's Nick Menza again. Skid Row and Dave Savo from Skid Row. Alright, pulling from the box now. Our sticker is going to be Eddie and the Kid. That was one of the ones he needed, but I've already got one for him. We'll get duplicate stickers because you get one in every pack. But funny enough, they're some of the hardest things to get. All of the set. Testament. Skid Row, there's John Lord. Ain't too many people can play organ. I mean, it's Deep Purple. Wow. Exodus, Gary Holt. They were great. They weren't, to me, as good as Megadeth or Testament. Come on now, focus. I think this light's kind of messing things up. Well, there we go. They need to work on these cameras and how they focus. Sweet. I don't know much about Junkyard. Don't know much about Warrior Soul. Don't know much about Slaughter. Love Testament. And my taste leaned a little heavier than these guys were capable of in Poison and such. Yeah. At least back then. Now it leans toward that. So you just never know how things are going to go. But I still listen to everything. So yeah. Still listen to it all. Enjoy it all. You go to live concerts by metal, by jam bands, by classic rock bands, whoever. Rust in Peace. Man, I wore that album out. Well, I put it on cassette and wore the cassette out. And then re-recorded it and wore it out again. Iggy again. We got more Warrant. Bon Jovi. There's a different view of Rod Morgenstein in his drum kit. The Dixie Dregs are actually on tour right now. When the last time Winger toured was. And it's funny, the guy that's the lead guitar player for the Dixie Dregs is also the lead guitar player for Deep Purple after Blackmore left. We got Angus jumping out of the space capsule, or whatever it's supposed to be. And Joey from Anthrax, he hadn't been with them in a long time. Ricky Rocket. Marty Friedman, Megadeth. Like I said, when I saw him, it was Oh, what was that guy's name? There's Dave Mustaine and Chris Poland. Chris Poland, Garth Samuelson, Dave Ellison. That was the 4 members of Megadeth when I saw them over a dozen times or more at the club. That would have been up through the Peace Sales Tour. And then they got too big to play at that club, and I quit seeing them as often. We got General Vic launch. About half the stickers are Megadeth related. That's pretty cool. We got Bon Jovi, Sambora, Cinderella, Cliff Williams, AC/DC's, was he the bass player? Kathmandu, Exodus, Motley Crue again, Exodus, Skid Row. See, when I saw him, it was that guy and 2 different guys. Oh, dude from Exodus, Skid Row, and Warrant. Oh, that's what's his name? Janie Lane. I knew a guy that lived with him back in the 90s, I think it was. Moved to LA and ended up, well, he was a driver for Great Southern, and won him merchandising company out of Macon. That was actually the home of the fan club of Iron Maiden. Explain that. How does the Macon, Georgia become the home of the fan club? Merchandising. Well, that's why, because of the merchandising. Ball and chain. Answered my own question. They were contracted with Great Southern Recording for their merchandise. Dan Reed Network. Poison, Testament, Skid Row again, Warrior Soul. This is a lame pack. Warrant, Slaughter, Poison. Yeah, that's okay. Testament almost saves the day, except who? Dan Spitz. He was cool. All the guys in Anthrax are just cool, man. That's, I mean, every one of them. If you ever seen them on God, what was that show, Married with Children, where they had an episode? They ate the funny colored stuff out of the fridge. And check it out, we got a Grateful Dead legacy card. Kreutzmann. So I've gotten the 2 drummers and Jerry and the cover card. Need Bobby Weir. And who is it? Vince Welnick, I think's the keyboard player at the time. And Phil Lesh. And then they got some posters. Let's see, we got a sticker too. So you get a sticker even if you get a legacy card. We got Seasons in the Abyss. That's not Megadeth. That's Slayer. And of all things, all them bands that played at that club, Slayer was not one of them, dang it. There's Alice again. Legend. There's Anthrax group shot. God. Why'd it have to be him, man? Ian Gillan is Deep Purple's singer. That guy was terrible. Joe Lynn Turner. Give me a break. Winger. Marty Friedman. Alice. That's a great shot with the jacket. Cozy Powell. Man, great freaking drummer. Not Black Sabbath's original drummer, but good replacement for, I don't know what, Tony Iommi, or why all that happened. Ozzy left, everybody left. Tony kept going with a whole different band that wasn't really Black Sabbath. It was Tony Iommi's Black Sabbath, however. And I do believe we're going to be about done after this pack, so I need the tail gunner sticker now. Go. Shake things up for y'all. Ah, how about that now? Can I call it or not? Got you done, maiden. I'll have the cards in the mail Monday. Tomorrow. Yeah. Awesome. So Maiden's done. Got all his stickers. We got Motley Crue, Poison, riding a skateboard, Ricky Rocket. What a name. White Snake, Vandenberg. What's that saucy dog? Not a clue who that is. There's Maiden. That's a good group shot too. Might want that one as well. Kathmandu, Winger. That's Rod Morgenstein. Malcolm Young, Vince Neil, and Rob McKillop. Exodus. Man, making me want to break out my old tapes or albums or CDs or something. Alright, this is it. The final pack for this week. And we still got about half a box to open up next week. We got Sanded Kuwait. No, this one's the Wave. Oh yeah, okay. Gotcha. Cool. And Tony Iommi, speaking of Black Sabbath. To me, that's the only Sabbath member that was in that band. You know. Ray Thomas. He passed away a few years ago. Moody Blues, Junkyard, Warrant. There's Pink Floyd minus Roger Waters, who was not a member at the time. Exodus, Sousa. Chico Torres, Bon Jovi, one of his band members. Tangier. There's Cliff Williams with AC/DC again. Sousa, didn't we just cavalry him right up here? Huh. Or last pack. No, there it is. He's got the same holler face, yeah. And Joey. Cry for the Indians. Alright. Well, that was fun. See if I can sneak a few music clips in, and if so, that'll make it a good 30-minute show, and hope y'all enjoyed it. Come back next Sunday and we got some more rock and roll cards. Subscribe, like, comment. Who's your favorite band we just watched or saw a card by? Which one of the art cards did you like best? And do you think I can get a PSA 10 on that freaking Jerry Garcia card? Let me know what you think. Y'all have a great one. See you next week.